How could you dislike such waifu material? It's gonna suck when we're done with her route and we have to go to some other route. It's gonna suck. As I'm pondering these matters, Sachi returns to her cleaning.
Kaito, kawagutsu, moeru gomi, moenai gomi mo, moeru gomi.
And we also find that her choice of songs while doing chores is very weird. Hey Sachi, can you maybe give this particular song a rest?
思わず口ずさんでしまいたくなりますか?
No. No, to be perfectly frank, it doesn't really work for you. A maid cheerfully singing gruesome jingles as she cleans is just too surreal.
ですが、この歌も著作権フリーだから掃除の時に歌ってほしいのよさ。と、マキちゃんにお願いされているので。
Creative Commons? What the fuck? Right, I get the picture. Looks like I'll have to take this up with our buddying, what? Songwriter. Now, I got a question actually, since, just moving quite along here. How, I also brought up, the Sachi route, it's gonna suck once we're done. But how long is this route, if anyone knows? I know we're actually going into a second episode, and this is the beginning, so maybe someone will actually hear this. If anyone knows, if anyone's gone through this, how long do you think this is going to take me, I'm just wondering, so I could savor every minute. But either way, you really seem to enjoy sweeping.
そうですね。まだ小さい頃にお母さんとお父さんから褒めてもらった私唯一の特技みたいなものですから。
I always sweep at work. Your parents sound like nice people.
はい。私はお父さんも
Aw,
お母さん
man.
も大
She
好きで
just
した。
said loved. They're dead, or they're just not around. Isn't that the deal with, with Machina? She doesn't have a dad, and that's why she wanted me to be dad. Past tense, huh? This is the first time I've heard of Sachi talk about her parents, but her expression visibly softened when she mentioned it. Even putting aside her pathologically honest personality, you can tell from a look at her face that she's not lying about how much she loved them. Come to think of it, I did have one other acquaintance who enjoyed cleaning up, although that was a long time ago. Oh god, what the fuck is this? Come on, what does it look like I'm doing? I'm picking up the trash. I mean, next time I come here to play, wouldn't it be nicer to find the place clean? Was that the friend? She was, oh, it was a she too. Well, I can't do a girl's voice, I'm sorry, but that's not one of my skills. She was the sort of kid who'd actually go around picking up the garbage scattered around the playground after playing. I think she was younger than me, but her sheer energy and forceful personality made it feel like the opposite. The girl was a genuine tomboy, constantly laughing and running around. Pretty much the polar opposite of our I don't know what the fuck that word is, made like Sachi.
どうかされましたか、風見さん?
Nope. No, it's nothing. I like how I actually predict what he's gonna say. Usually I'm right. Like most of the time it feels like what I say personally before Yuji speaks is, static dialogue. It seems like I'm usually right about what he actually ends up saying.
そうですか。
But still, it's pretty unusual for me to remember something from before I met my master. Since my memories before that point are pretty much all ones I'd rather erase from my mind. What are we doing now? In the otherwise quiet classroom, the constant movement of a pen on paper is the only real sound. After lunch, Sachi and I picked up the testing where we left off yesterday.
あ、風見先輩。
Senpai!
変なところ見てませんでした?
Why is she speaking like that? She called me senpai. I only get called that at work. I'm not even lying either, that's actually the truth. Sachi suddenly covers her chest with both hands, as if only now realizing I'm watching her.
もう、私の学力を調べてやるなんて言って、本当は別の目的があったんじゃないですか?
I feel like she's acting completely different now. Continuing in the same tone, she offers me a... I don't know what the hell that is. What are these words? Smile. And what if I am? Why would she speak? I swear, that's like not her tone of voice. That's not how she speaks.
いいですよ。 風見先輩がどうしてもって言うなら、女の子のこと私が教えてあげます。
What is happening? What's going on? Spurred on by the intimate atmosphere of a one-on-one meeting, a younger girl summons up her courage and makes a flirtatious approach. Normally, this is exactly the sort of gift horse no red-blooded man would think twice about accepting, but wonder why I'm not getting even slightly in the mood.
可愛い後輩が頑張って勇気を出してるのに、その反応はないんじゃないですか?
She's acting like Amane, dude. What the fuck is happening? Okay, you can stop the act.
わかりました。
Okay, yes, it was an act. Oh, I got scared there. Once I give the signal, Sachi's attitude snaps instantly back to normal.
やはり私の演技力不足が原因でしょうか?
Actually, it was pretty good. You had me convinced. No, if anything, I think you were a bit too convincing. Yeah, exactly. If I didn't know Sachi, I'm pretty sure I would have bought that as her real personality. But since I do, the contrast was kind of bizarre.
となると、羞恥心をかなぐり捨てる勢いで熱演したのが裏目に出てしまったかもしれませんね。
That's actually what you're supposed to do as an actress, right? Or an actor in general. Do you have any sense of shame to cast aside in the first place?
何を言うんですか、風見さん。羞恥心の代名詞とも言われる私を捕まえて。
I wouldn't really say oh, actually maybe shy. Remember that one night when JB kissed Yuji and it was like, what the fuck? Not sure if I agree with you there. In my experience, shy people don't generally take their clothes off in front of others.
それは恥ずかしいことじゃないじゃないですか。
For a guy, yeah, unless you have a small dick. But for a girl, like, you should be embarrassed. I mean, you have a lot more to hide. And for some reason, girls are really heavy on that. I don't know why. Guys aren't really heavy on anything that they have to hide. Unless they have a small dick. Why am I bringing this up? What the fuck? Does she seriously believe that? The girl's definitely something else. Although in this case, that's not necessarily a compliment.
それよりどうして先輩心をくすぐるちょっとわがままな後輩になりきってくれなんてお願いをされたんですか?
Yeah, wait. We were the ones that did that? What the fuck? Right, guess it was sort of my modest attempt at getting back at you for coming so well prepared.
テストの予習をしてきてはいけなかったのでしょうか?
We're just trying to break her. Well, the point of this is to determine the limits of your academic ability, but the more you study, the more those limits go up, right? At this rate, the testing might never actually end.
なるほど。そういうことだったんですね。
So it's impossible to break her. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm giving her problems even harder than yesterday's, and she's still working her way smoothly through every question.
すみません。私そこまで気が回りませんでした。
No, it's my fault for not saying anything about cramming beforehand. Just try not to approach this quite so seriously from now on.
はい、わかりました。
As she gets closer, I briefly drop my hand onto Sachi's head as we speak, and soon receive a smile in return.
それと参考までにお聞きしたいのですが。
Alright, question time. What?
先ほどの具体的な指定は風見さんの好みと考えていいのでしょうか?
Would not know. No, it's just that the younger woman I've known tended to act something like that.
それをどうして私に?
Well, when I was talking to you in the courtyard earlier, I remembered one in particular. Struck me that this girl was pretty much the exact opposite of an obedient maid type like you, Sachi. I got kind of interested in seeing if you could pull it off. Well, if I'm being perfectly honest with myself, the part about tickling the hearts of older men might have been tacked on for other reasons.
そういうことだったんですね。
Yeah, so anyway, that's not particularly my type or anything.
わかりました。
Damn, dude. Apparently satisfied with my explanation, Sachi closes her eyes and nods deeply. That's a very familiar gesture, but it's rare for her to ask this many questions of me in the first place. By the way, what do you think about that sort of a person? When I ask for Sachi's thoughts as an extension of this little experiment, she pauses for a moment before replying. Her expression suddenly grown serious.
やっぱりわがままを言うのは悪いことだと思います。
But it's in human nature to be somewhat selfish, right? A bad thing, huh?
はい。
I've noticed before that Sachi's judgments tend to be delivered in simple, black and white terms. In particular, she has something of a habit of dividing things between the good and the bad. I'd always thought of it as a minor quirk, but from the strange emphasis she places on those words, I'm beginning to think it might be a central part of her worldview. Well, I guess that's enough of a break. Let's get back to the tests.
わかりました。
Deciding to refocus on the reason we're here, I caught off of meandering conversation. Sachi responds by promptly turning her notebook to a fresh page of paper.
では、この続きはどうしましょう。昨日のように一つの教科書を順番に解いていきますか？
That's gotta get difficult. Like, okay, if you understand material to go on to the next material that uses that material that you learned last, yeah, I can get it. You can, move on, but just to be able to go through textbooks after textbooks after textbooks, these problems, shit, I don't know what I pressed on my keyboard, but these problems get harder. They get hard to understand. This is math. I understand math. And I understand the pain. She's just going through these textbooks. What the fuck? I'm not jealous or anything. I'm just saying that there's got to be a sense of, like, unrealistic talent here. No, I'm going to jump a few steps and start giving you problems for material we're not scheduled to learn in this school.
さすが S の化身と呼ばれる風見さんです。従順な後輩にも容赦がありません。
Jesus Christ. Don't really have a choice. You're just that good.
今度は明らかな褒め殺しです。こうして飴と鞭を使い分けられていくうちに、私は風見さんに籠絡されてしまうんですね。
Yeah. Okay, that's more than enough of that. I'm giving you the problems now, alright?
はい。
Jesus Christ, it's practically nighttime. As the scenery outside begins to take on the orange tint of early twilight, Sachi's pen comes to a halt after the last problem of the day. Solved it?
答えは出たのですが、合っている自信はあまりありません。
Haven't seen her this uncertain about a problem yet, but let's see. Picking up Sachi's notebook, I compare her work against the answer in the collection of problems.
どうでしょうか。
It's correct.
それなら良かったです。
That's pretty much the end of the test, dude. Even at a point where she was unsure, she got it right. There's no way she could be broken. Apparently, Sachi's lack of confidence was genuine rather than an attempt at modesty, judging from the way she slumps back in her chair with a relieved smile. From the look of things, she might finally make her first mistake tomorrow. Oh, come on, we're gonna break her, dude.
今日はたくさん頭を使ったので、少し疲れてしまいました。
In that case, let's take it easy for a little while. I'll buy you something to drink.
それでしたら。
What? If you want some soda in particular, better say it now.
いえ、そっちのリクエストで。
Oh, she wants to be praised. She wants to be praised, and I'm down to praise. Hesitantly mumbling vague words, Sachi doodles small circles on her notebook paper. I see. So that's what this is about. Taking an educated guess from Sachi's attitude, I gently bring my hand to rest on top of her head. You did good today, Sachi. And this time I begin to slowly stroke her hair back and forth. Damn, dude, that's just so cute. Like, the soft side inside of me is literally... I don't know. Sachi lets out a quiet sigh as her eyes fall closed. Must have tickled a bit. You make the same face every time I do this, you know that? Reminds me of a kitten having its face cleaned by its mother.
それだけ愛くるしいということでしょうか。
Waifu material, that's what I'm saying. By which I mean, you're just that defenseless.
そうですね。今の私なら無条件降伏もあり得る場面です。
To what? Alright. That about enough?
はい。ありがとうございました。
That could be taken out of context real easily. Don't worry. There was nothing bad that just happened, just some praise. I finally stop petting Sachi once my hand grows warm from the motion. She responds with a polite little bow of thanks. Kind of an odd request though. Not like having your head stroked is gonna help with your fatigue, is it?
そんなことはありません。風見さんの手は栄養ドリンク10本にも勝ります。
Damn, she's ready to go back to work. That a fact? Impressively forceful and earnest words, although I can't say that makes them any less bizarre. But still, I've got to watch my step around this girl. Lately, these little petting sessions have started to feel oddly pleasant on my end as well. Alright, so we're done with the testing for today. You have any other plans?
7時からマキちゃんと一緒にテレビを見る約束をしています。
I guess some of the other students are still here, or maybe all of them. In that case, let's get back to the dorm before she starts throwing a temper tantrum.
はい。
Oh, great. I'd say like the last 30 minutes, this session so far has been going pretty damn well. And then it comes to this. So I guess we're gonna end it there. Seems like a fantastic time. I think we're Komine Sachi Aptitude Test 2, which means there's multiple. We aren't done. So I guess next time we'll be finishing up these tests. I just want to keep it a short session because I was able to stay energetic for the entire session, which is really weird. I should actually monitor when I'm actually energetic and when I'm not, and if I'm not, just do not do the session unless I have to. I want these episodes to be as entertaining as possible because I know there are so many, and there's a lot of content we got to go through, and I feel like in the last session, I was still kind of like in a sick manner, unable to be as energetic as I wanted to. So hopefully this session was a little bit more entertaining, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave some likes. These past 2 episodes, this episode and the previous one, or this one session. So I just hope you guys are enjoying every little bit. So that's pretty much it. Hope to see you guys in the next session where we will do the rest of these testings and possibly more. My name is Michael SK, and I'll see you guys in the Fruity Grisaia next time.